Perfect. Okay, that works for me. Awesome. So do you want to give a little bit of a background on what rank you are and all that jazz so everyone can get to know you?
Yeah, sure. So I've only played Heroes of the Storm probably about a month in total. I started back at the 2.0 release. I played for 2 weeks, and I just started up about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm Silver 3. This is actually my placement game. So this was the game where I got placed in Silver 3. We did win this game. I feel like after watching probably 40 or so of your CCs where you were going over all the things to do while you were losing, I wanted more feedback on what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong in a winning situation so I could continue to kind of do that moving forward.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, welcome. Um, yeah, and let's get to it. Phoenix, I think, is just a good pickup in general, so I like that you're playing him. What's your, actually, before moving forward, what's your experience in MOBAs?
So I'm not like a super active gamer, but I also used to be. I started playing MOBAs before MOBA was a coined term, so I was like playing Dota back during Warcraft.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I played League, I played Dawngate, played Dota 2, Strife, Smite, so a lot of them.
Okay. And you see my share screen in Discord, right? Everything's all good?
Yeah, everything's great.
Excellent. The one thing that you have to really be concerned about during this early game or even just trading into these guys is you're running Arsenal Synergy, which means you get that big auto attack, but throwing it in while you're blinded is going to be a problem because there's two blinds here on the enemy team. That's basically the only thing you really have to be careful of. This comp can't catch you out at all. Johanna has like no way of catching you out. Their support has zero follow-up CC. Genji's not going to be killing you by himself, and this Nazeebo is going to do nothing, and their offlaner is their Ragnaros. So you're not actually threatened in the four-person rotation, and I would suggest moving forward with every game that you go into, just do a quick analysis of the heroes that you're up against. If I were to ask you to do the same thing that I just did, would you be comfortable saying those kind of things that this team can do?
Yeah, definitely. I the only one that I wasn't aware of, and it kind of cut out just a little bit. I know Johanna has the blind. That's the one I was really looking out for. I don't know what the other blind was. Who
Okay,
did you say that was?
that's Lily.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are really the only two things that you have to be careful of. And not even like careful of as in danger, just like if you're wasting that empowered auto attack, it feels really, really bad. I've done it so many times.
Yeah, I try to stay away from it, and like I always play a really safe level 1 with Phoenix. Like I know his W splash is really strong.
Yep.
But I feel like the positioning can be very dodgy at level 1 with him.
Okay, you forced out the E. So you walk in really far here. You've got a couple of options. So just play a little bit more on the back side. You walk into a condemn. So right now you have no Q out and you force out the Swift Strike. So you can just switch. Like if you can't get up onto this hero, then that's no big deal. But you see this condemn coming through, don't walk into it. Like stay over here, attack the minions. Wait for condemn to go off, Johanna to step in, and then look to get auto attacks on her there. You get blinded right off of it, so it kind of sucks. But you have no shield off of that, and it's basically just because you walked into this. But you could just switch to your phase bomb, splash onto the front line, and just do a little bit of damage. You're just looking to wave clear. If you get anything more off of it, that's great. Switch to your repeater, and you can chunk out this guy. Yeah, perfect. There you go. Right here, too. Now you can step in. No blind up. Even if you're getting your auto attacks onto the unstoppable, it's fine because you're building up your Arsenal synergy. So right here, you can even play a little bit more aggro. You see your tank looking aggressive right here. Okay, you get this auto. It's looking pretty aggro. To step up, this can be, you switch to your repeater, auto, 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 splash onto Ragnaros, auto, auto. Like you can still be here. They have no way of getting onto you. I know your health bar is low, but it shouldn't have been this low based on kind of what you were doing before. Like if you changed up the way that you played the first level one, because Genji's been hitting you with some attacks to stop your shield from regenerating, you wouldn't be at this position. But it's literally all your positioning and then you throwing in your auto attacks. His auto attack's kind of slow, a lot of dead movement. Yeah. So this is probably what we're going to be focusing on mainly, is just the way that you're using your auto attacks.
Yeah, and when I was up there on the top right, I was doing that because I didn't see Genji and I thought he was still kind of down a little more. so I was trying to stay out of range so I could regen the shield.
Yeah.
And you'll see that I just went up to soak because I didn't think we were going to get anything out of that fight. And also the EXP from level 1 fights are terrible.
Okay, and you're switching your auto attacks there. The fact that you went up and pushed this is so great. The fact that you even think to do this means you're not going to be in silver for long. Like this is so damn good, dude. This is so good.
I think I ended this game with like 23 or 24,000 experience.
Good. You'll literally you will carry yourself to probably platinum diamond this season if you just play this way. You play a little bit safer on the level 1, and you just make sure that you are alive to go and push out those waves. Like this was actually so god tier. I can't express how good that is. Okay, so here, you splash onto the backline instead. There you go.
One thing that I do is sometimes, because I have a tunnel vision problem, but sometimes I'll get like my W cancel messed up, so, and I usually correct it within 2 or 3 seconds, but I won't notice, and I'll be switching from repeater to repeater.
Yep.
Instead of plasma to plasma.
And that's just gonna come with practice. You're familiar with exactly how to execute it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, okay, I was gonna say, you should just stay top for this instead. He can even wait for someone to rotate and dismount them. Yeah, you can do that. You didn't have to there, but here would be an okay time to do it, but she's already so close. It doesn't really matter. Walking in there can actually be scarier than not. The fact that you come mid is good because your team's gonna be grabbing this camp. You can just stay mid side. Probably don't need you here.
Yeah, I didn't realize that one of them didn't go back down bot, and the Malfurion actually says, hey, we don't need 4.
Yeah, no, she's totally right. And if you go back top right away. Okay, this guy's gonna go instead. Okay, first objective. Target acquired. Where'd you get your build from? Just probably videos or...
I've probably watched over 40 hours of your coaching things in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and then Nubkex and Not Paradox and some other people. I've just been studying nonstop.
Dude, that's so awesome to hear. Okay, here we go. So yeah, you got to work on just your micro with Fenix, but that'll come with time again. So you drop your Q, so there should be like you switched a couple times there. I can tell you are getting caught in it because you just tried to use your W to use the cancel. Watch. So you're on repeater right now. You switch to phase bomb. You use your phase bomb. You switch back to repeater, and then you use Q and you switch before even auto attacking. You switch back to your phase bomb again, but then you switch back to repeater and then you auto attack. So you mess it up here, and if you didn't and just had it on repeater, and it should be 1 auto attack, 2 auto attacks, 3 auto attacks, and your splash should already be coming out, he's just dead because the blind shows up now.
Yeah.
So just work on that a little bit. He should already be dead.
When there's so much in one part of the screen, like I have a hard time telling if I'm on repeater or not. And like I know that I can just look down at my skills, but I'm just kind of so focused on what's going on. Like I said, I kind of have a tunnel vision problem.
Yep. And don't be like worried about that. That's something that's very, very common. Man, I remember in League of Legends, when I got my first pentakill, I didn't know what happened. I had no idea where even my character was. I was so confused. And that it took me like a year of playing MOBAs for me to actually be able to 100% focus on what I'm doing, all the information that's going on around me. It was, yeah, it took a long time. And I thought it was like impossible to learn. But that one, that's all that was. It was just a micro mismanagement. You should have been able to get that kill for free.
And here I was, you'll see that I kind of move away several times, but I am always paying attention and swapping my camera back to my team to make sure what's going on.
Holy, these guys are deep. So going for mid wave there, while I think it is good, is pretty greedy just because of your rank. It probably would have been better for you to rotate down, but I mean, that's just a decision you have to make in the moment. The fact your team got the kill there, if they didn't, they would have blamed you, guaranteed. You would have got pings on you and... Oh, like even... Okay, so I want to see you play a little bit more aggro, because right here, this guy's so insane. Like, he should have died like 4 times already. So right here, you should be on repeater and you walk into these guys. 50% Johanna and a 40% Ragnaros wants to walk up in a 1v4, 1v5, 2v5? Sure. Switch to your repeater and walk into this guy and drop Q and he's dead 100% right now. There's no universe that exists where this guy lives. And even if we were looking at it from your perspective, yeah, like, look at this. This looks mighty fine if I'm Fenix.
Yeah, and I think I turn on him, no, this isn't where I was thinking. Never mind. It's later in the game. My bad.
And he walks back in just to die for free. Okay, so that is one thing you did miss. So just look to be a little bit more aggro in those positions. Push the threshold of what your hero can do. What are we seeing so far for damage numbers?
You'll see some of this weird, playful chat going on in the team chat. It's because the Genji's blocked, which is probably a good thing. Otherwise, I probably couldn't submit this replay. But in draft, he was just going ham, saying he's going to pay us all $200 if we don't get smoked. He's just cussing, and you know, he's doing crazy stuff.
I'll just mute the chat so we won't be able to see it. So you decide to go mid and then split off instead?
Yes, I do. And I have a whole lot of shot calls in this chat too, so if you do mute the chat, you won't see them.
What would you prefer me do?
I think the in-game chat is clean as far as the other guy goes, but at the end of the game, he does start talking again, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Like after the score screen.
Okay, 1 second. Where are we right now? So you waste a lot of time right here. So you push this wave. You know all of them are down bottom. Literally all 5 are represented bottom, and you see them there, and you don't push out this wave. This is a big mistake. You should absolutely push out this minion wave, because you just rotate in. You start typing. You like stop, and you start typing, and it's just wasted time. It's 30 seconds of wasted time. Still wasting time. This could have been even a single tower. And all of this experience would have been denied to your opponents.
Okay.
So just careful about doing that sort of stuff. And just, if you looked bottom, you saw all 5 there, guaranteed you would have pushed that one out. So just always just try to get more value like that. Because that one was free. If you look on the map and you see 5 bottom and you're already top lane, push out another wave. Or rotate in for a team fight. Or do something. You didn't do anything with the time that you had there.
Okay.
And so you call for hards. You guys miss all of midwave because of it. Almost all of it. I'm going to tap off this. Yep. Cool. Okay, so this guy loses in the trades. Always, 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 if you're going to step up and trade, you have to get value out of your level 1 talent. So I'll show you. If you don't get value out of your level 1 talent, you shouldn't be trading. So first off, I would wait for my shield to be fully regenerated. Just would have hit Z and mounted up. It waited just a little bit longer. You know, it's still ticking up, still ticking up, still ticking up. Okay, you dodge everything anyway, so he doesn't hit you. But, okay, I'll show you exactly what I mean. So right here, you hit him with, you walk in, you tag him with your Q, so it's slowing him, and you hit repeater, auto, 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 W, and then you walk away. If he trades with you, all it does is hit your shield, and then you reset the fight. All of a sudden, he's down to here in health bar, and your shield regenerates. And then he walks up to the minion wave again? No, he doesn't. He sits back here the entire time. You get free clear, then you can rotate back into mid.
Okay. I think what I was worried about was getting trapped in his W, because I have a hard time dodging that sometimes. Like I react too slow to. Is it his W, the zombie wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got warp.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So even like right now, this guy's insane. You should just be able to walk up. Yeah. See, like there's no way he's allowed to step up that far. But you could have got him easily down to probably sub 50% health before that happened. Especially now, like yeah, this guy's play aggro on this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch.
I think what I did right there, like that split second I was there, I think I was just checking, making sure, what was going on with the entire team.
Yep. So do you stay top off of this? Okay. You're rotating out.
I go down to help him with the Ragnaros, but he ended up pushing him back, and then I go back up to clear this lane, and I believe I said something about how he's just staying up here pushing nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, even this, like the fact that this guy walks up this far against you means he loses. You should walk right at him with your Q out and auto attack him 3 times and W him. If he wants to turn on you, have fun. Even if best case Ontario for him, he hits you with a zombie wall, lands a Q in it, he can't E you from there. You're just going to warp out of it, and he's still going to be half health, and you're just going to lose some shields, and then you're just going to regenerate it back up to full, and he's screwed. You just walk in, you drop your Q on him, you auto attack, and you get your Arsenal Synergy proc.
Okay.
Like this. But make sure you get the proc. Do you see what that was it without the proper method. See, he has 0 trade onto you. Like, he's dead right now. He's 100% dead. There's no universe that exists where this guy survives right now. If you just hit your Q onto him and walk into him.
Yeah, I was just primarily focused on getting that. And then I misjudged the death timers here. So I used my ult on him because my thought process was, okay, let's get him out of the fight for the objective, because I've noticed in my games here that most people just kind of ignore Naz and he just gets infinite value in team fights a lot of the time. But I misjudged the timer, so he's back up by the time the objective comes.
You still sent a message and they lost the entire wave top. I think that's absolutely worth it. You styled on him, okay? That's hella worth it. Absolutely worth. And they lose all this soak. I think that's super worth it. Other thing, try to get your Q running out before you use your heroic, obviously.
Okay.
Because
I actually just started taking purification about 3 games ago. I was a Planet Cracker guy. I just kind of loved it, and after talking to a few people, they were like, no, you really need to go salvo.
Yeah.
So I started doing salvo.
You know that salvo
so it's
does...
probably my 3rd or 4th game with it.
Okay, you know it does 50% more damage when they're slowed by your Q, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that's huge. All right, but that was good. What I don't like so far, and it's just a quick change from you, die more. So I want to see you actually like trying to kill these players in on the one-on-one. You saw somebody mid, you saw 3 bottom, all of them were represented on the map. Go in for the 1v1. There's very little heroes that beat out Fenix in a 1v1. And especially, like, you can literally, at silver, if you are confident in your abilities and you land everything and you play it micro properly, you will beat every single hero in the game.
Okay, good to know.
So the burden of execution's on you.
I try to play aggressive, but I'm like a passive aggressive. So I don't play like super defensive or super passive, I don't think. But at the same time, I'm not balls to the wall when I should be sometimes.
Yeah. Nice advice, die more. Axel, I'm trying... You know what I mean, though, right? Like, just... try. Okay.
Yeah, no, I know what you meant.
I want you to be like, shit, if I actually landed 1 more auto there, I would have won. I want you to be like, damn it, dude, if I would have warped quarter second earlier, that was my trade. I want you to get into those situations where you are escaping with just a hair of health left. And making calculated risks. Here, as soon as the fight breaks out, yeah, you walk in. Good. 1, 2, 3. Splash, daddy. Yep. You're warping. Okay. Does he actually live there? I gotta look at this. It feels like he's too scared because he doesn't have the knowledge on how matchups work. Well, Zach can attack.
I'm pretty sure that Rag walks back in and dies.
Like last time. Best way to get knowledge on matchups is compete in the matchups, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You do 4, then you splash. And you can walk in. Like you're under, like you can walk in. Look for a bit.
What I did was I saw the Genji and my shield was kind of low, so I panicked. I wanted to get my splash off and get out of there.
Yep. I saw that. I understand I need to die like 15 times with Leor. Freaking trolls, man. Love you guys. That's good. Okay, man, so much for you to work on when it comes to micro, which is fantastic. You're way smarter than the average silver player. Average silver player would have still just been hitting these. Like, you come top lane and you start pushing your advantage elsewhere. You know, this might be the position where, okay, so you just decide to stay top still. And I think this is fine. The other option, obviously, is to stay mid. But yeah, the rag fort kind of sucks. I would honestly even just be looking to ping my teammates mid. And you stay top. Like, you're way smarter than the average silver player.
Yeah, and I was watching them the whole time. Like, if it ever got to a point where I felt like I needed to start heading that way, I was going to mount up and come.
Cool.
And I'm not sure if it's here or in a couple of minutes where Naz comes up top. I think it's in a couple of minutes. But there is a situation. Yeah, I think this is actually it. So I decide to start coming down. And I think I'm like, okay, we're all going to leave because, you know, we kind of just had a general agreement we were going to get out. And then I think one of them turned and went back in or kept fighting. Yeah,
Yeah.
DTC.
Yeah,
So
you
we
definitely
lost
should have
2.
rotated down when you hit level 13. Like this, you could have completely turned this fight. So I like that you split off more often than most silver players will, but you stayed too long.
Yeah, I agree there. When we were talking though, I was you know, the agreement was, you know, they're gonna back out.
Yeah.
And then they just didn't continue backing out.
So what you can learn from that is just don't trust them in the future. You have the level 13. The whole point of splitting off like this is to get talent advantages. You know, you've got the 13. This camp's coming up soon. Your team's all represented mid. The only way you guys throw here is by fighting down a person. So I would just rotate out. Don't trust them. Honestly, it's just not worth it. You'll burn yourself too many times.
Okay.
You got the 3 level lead, talent advantage, or 2 and a bit level lead. Like it's the lead that you have is just too big to stay top here. Imagine, because if you would have rotated out, you'd have been here right now. And like, can we just imagine a Fenix on this side right now, just walking in, big Q, you can drop your ult right away. Like
we would have wiped them.
Boom, boom, dead, free. Yeah. Johanna probably would have died too. This guy's just inting. You'd love to see that, dude. See, okay, this is what I want to show you. You're so scared of these guys. Okay, so they push in mid. Genji had 0 HP. Johanna missing. And you walk away from him. With this much of a lead. You just let him free clear.
So if I recall correctly, my idea was to grab bruisers while he was pushing in, and I realized a little later that none of our front lines are up. So I just walked down to clear, and then I was going to walk back up to catch the top lane. See here, I said wait for front line.
Okay, you'll want to get this camp as the objective is spawning.
Okay.
So just in the future, because the next objective is top lane, the only thing that this thing's going to help you with is just getting lane dominance. So you'll want to save this for the objective anyways. But yeah, I want to see you trade up on these opponents. Like, I want to see you actually trying to win in a 1v1. Because I haven't seen any of that from you so far. It's just game knowledge that I'm seeing. Like, you're splitting off, you're pushing waves, you're making some calls. Your knowledge of the game and your map awareness so far has been great, above your skill level. But I haven't seen anything that you've done mechanically that would say that you can get out of where you're at.
Okay. So this Malfurion said that I should be able to solo shamans. Is that as Fenix? Is that true? Because I tried later in the game and they just destroyed me.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't think I can do this.
You lose all your health.
Yeah, I even told him, it's like, I don't think I can do it. But I tried later just because I was like, okay, well, maybe I can. And it just didn't work out. So I left after my shield got low.
Yeah. No, your job is not to solo camps. But like, this is what I mean too. Like, they're all represented mid. You've got a full wave, and this guy steps up this far. He's literally dead.
He dies.
Oh yeah. Or you chunk him down to half health, and then you walk away scot-free. Like
No,
it.
he
Yeah.
dies. I promise.
Okay.
I think part of my problem is I'm too focused on the minions. Because you'd always notice I'm always trying to clear the minions before worrying about the Naz. But I think that also comes with not being scared of the Naz also. I'm just kind of... I try to keep myself out of bad situations.
Yep. So walk up and repeater cannon. If you want to clear the minion wave, what better way than to get your Arsenal synergy proc, right?
That's true. I've never really thought about using it just for the minion wave.
Oh, it's brilliant, dude. It's so good. Like,
I mean,
even
I do use it on the minion wave, but not on purpose. It's just kind of like when I have it left over.
See, like, this guy's dead here too. He's so crazy. I can't believe this. Okay, step in and kill him.
I wanted to take this out.
There, you definitely didn't need to use your ult, but that guy just gets run down by you.
Okay, yeah, I was actually scared of him there. I thought that he could very easily just 100 to 0 me for some reason.
Really, dude? Yeah, that's so funny, man. Oh, that's hilarious. When I see this, like, when I even just see him stepped up to the 50 and you're like here, I'm like, oh, he's dead. That's cool. And then you're like, I'm scared. I'm like trying to hit the minions. Like, yeah. And at this point, dude, like the 10% health on the fort. And yeah, you have to be way more aggro on this hero. Also, the feel when Nazebo doesn't lock in Ice Block. He has no... Oh, he just locked in Guardian Toads after he died, but he could Ice Blocked your ult.
Okay. Yeah, and the reason, like I said, I ulted because I was just kind of scared, and I also noticed it would give us a 3v5 situation up top, and I didn't want it to be like a 4v4.
Yeah. So he didn't lock in Ice Block until a full level and a half after, and after he died. That, or his 13. That sucks, dude. But yeah, so far it's actually just you need to play way more aggressively.
Okay.
Good warp. Wait to regenerate back up. This is good. Got your ult soon. There you go. Played the pace of that really well. What a shame you don't have a brain tumor, dude. You probably just drink some water. Go butt chug some water. Okay, so this should be like a team wipe, basically. Wait a second. Oh, he's not trying to molten core right in front of the whole family. You ult him.
Yo, okay, so I meant to E, and like...
Really?
I even type it. So I accidentally ult when I mean to warp, and later on I accidentally warp when I mean to ult.
Oh no, okay. That's fine.
But I do get out of the situation, but I'm like, crap.
Even like there on the chase and everything like that, you need to be trying to get in more auto attacks and playing more on the front line. Fenix as a chase hero is so damn good if you can catch anyone with your Q. And then you get target acquired, like it's just, yeah, it's just insane. So here, also a problem. Your team is fighting for an objective and you're up a talent tier and you're peeling off to go grab the camp. You're too macro focused. Fight here.
Okay. I was also like, I was looking and I thought that the team could easily win that because we had ETC's, whatever, his dance thing up. I don't know what it's called.
Mosh pit, I promise you, what you just said right there is you trusted your silver team.
Yeah, we went over that.
Don't do it, man. They will lose the most impressive fights. You don't even know. They'll lose talent tier advantages. They will lose number advantages. They will lose unlosable situations. You need to be here.
I guess that'll come with playing more. Well, I'll realize not to trust other people.
Yeah, also, don't you just want to pog champ on these guys right now? Like, it's a big play. Feels bad, man. I always trust and get burned. And it does feel bad, man. Off this, you guys can go take bottom fort. You guys are pinging camps, though.
Yeah, I think we take both bruisers, and then we go to get the bottom siege. We clear 2 of them, and then we get the objective and a keep out off of it.
Jason Hotz, thank you for the Prime sub and welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, if you're using your W and splashing and you've got auxiliary shields, you can solo things.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it. This camp does so much freaking damage. Okay, you guys end up getting buff for. You guys are so far ahead. How does ETC die there?
He just kind of, I don't know.
Case in point, okay?
I don't know if he disconnected or...
Case in point, 3.5 level lead. Double camps rolling top. You guys literally win this game in probably 2 minutes. You win this game in 2 minutes. So what's the one thing that ETC shouldn't do? Die in the top lane in a 1v5. Power slide aggressively. Not use his W ever, as if it's a hold on a sec. 1 second. Yeah, I told you, they will throw the most amazing situations.
Yeah, and this was like the first time, because like I said careful, then he started walking away and told him to be careful, and he just kind of...
Of all the directions to slide to safety, he chooses this one. He could have chosen this one and been here. Okay. Uses his active, stays alive. ETC gets bodied. All right, well, yeah, they will die. Always. Nobody puts ETC in the corner except himself.
Yeah, and like when we got bruisers, like I said in chat, what I was thinking was going to happen after playing a couple games in here was they were just going to leave the objective alone and go up top to defend their keep from the bruisers. Yeah. But they didn't, so we got the keep, and then we beat the team fight, so we got both.
Okay, you got your 20 advantage. Like, even here, you're playing so safe. I'd still look to play aggressive on these guys with your 20. Like, you don't have to, but it's still something that you can do to practice. They don't kill you. That's the thing. Like, they have no way of getting... It's not like you're playing against a Garrosh who can flip you in and then taunt you, or a Muradin who can, you know, Q you and then, like, rewind Q you again. Okay, you drop the E really early. Or, sorry, the ult.
I think this is the first game I ever took that level 20 talent. Usually I take the other one, so I'm used to playing more safe at level 22 because I don't have like that get out of jail free card type thing.
It's really good. The level 20 that you chose, it's so damn good.
Yeah, that's what people were saying, so I decided to start playing with that.
Yeah.
Because before I'd take the one that gave you 200% attack speed or whatever.
Yeah. No, this talent's super good. Wait, is this that Fenix guy that didn't go unconquered from Discord? Were you talking in Discord about not going unconquered?
I didn't say anything about not going unconquered.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you are...
We were talking about the... I said that I was four games into placements.
Yeah.
But that was it because I won this 4.
That's going to do so much damage to this guy. I don't really know what more you could have done here because your ETC just sprints it in. But let's have a look.
And this Genji gets away because I accidentally map clicked.
So this is multiple times now where you care more about camps than more like real situations. I want you in the future to take more consideration over taking minion camps or mercenary camps. So like, let's look. This is the map right now. I really do think that taking either of these camps is probably the least of your concerns. This should be, all right, I want to end the game. You know, we got the wave pushed in. My ETC's already represented at the wall. We got the Frozen Punisher. We just took top keep. You know, this wave is going to be pushing in a little bit. I want to try to at least get a keep with this Punisher. Not, I want to take this camp and just have it die to the wall.
Okay.
So just maybe, just be more analytical of the camps that you take, because this should not be a camp play. This should be you already mounted up, walking here with your team. You should be here, looking to make a play off the jump. Wall's going to be down in just a second. This is perfect. Like, now you could be right here hitting a Q with your auto attacks coming through. Boom, big jump. You got double Q. You could even ult off of that. So you should be here. Yeah, and Lily dies if you're here too. Actually, 100% if all you did was Q and ult. She dies. You got to push your advantages. You're not going to be 20 to 18 forever. Oh, these problems that you have are going to be fixed so fast. And honestly, the fact that we get another session at some point is going to be fantastic, because I want to see these stop.
Okay.
You'll get so good so fast. Like, you already have like a good, you have more of a, okay, it's harder to take those players that just try to run it down and fight 24/7 and get them to think about the map analytically and strategically. That's way better. That's way harder to convince a player to change that mentality. You've got the more safe, reserved macro mentality, and I'm going to teach you to beat people up.
All right.
I was free kill and I walked the wrong way.
Yeah, I went to attack move on Genji, but I have my attack move bound to left click. And I clicked the map, the top left of the map, and walked away from him.
I love my Twitch chat sometimes. Like, I would have dueled that guy too. I want you to duel a lot and die a lot. Like, I want to see you dueling. You haven't dueled anyone. I'm just waiting for the duels. It's all about the duel.
I don't know. It's so weird hearing you say "go die." Like I know what you mean. Like, be more aggressive, fight these people, don't be scared of them. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like if you're dead for a minute, that's like a minute that, you know, it's, I don't know. I guess it goes back into what you said with don't trust your team. So while I trust my team to do what we agree for them to do, I don't trust them in a 4v5 situation.
Yes.
If I'm not alive.
My problem is you won't get to platinum with this mentality. You will, and people will just beat your ass up.
Okay.
Over and over. You have to get used to dueling players. You have to get used to knowing, hey, I can beat a Nazebo up until, you know, whatever, level 16 or something like that. You can beat them much higher than that, but I'm just giving you an example. Like, you need to know where your strengths are. You need to know how to win duels, because if you don't, you're not going to be a good ranged once you start to climb. So Cattle's saying, strategic duel, no mindless brawling. Exactly. Like, all of these top lane trades that you could have had against Nazebo, those were 100% calculated. He's saying use up to 99% of your health bar as a resource. It's true. Your health bar is a very valuable resource. And Fenix is different. Fenix promotes the duel because you have a regenerative health bar built in. That's huge. That means that, so think about that from the opponent's perspective. Okay, so if I'm a Nazebo walking up to you and I throw some spells at you, I have to get through all of your shield and a percentage of your health bar that is significant enough to make the trade worthwhile for Nazebo. He literally has to like kill 70% of your health bar in a trade in order to make his trade worthwhile. You only have to hit 20% or 30% and then just get out of dodge. Wait for your shield to come back in. And now all of a sudden you're still at full health, full shield, and he's down 30% health. Your trading potential on Fenix is so good.
I throw this fight right here. I misunderestimate my auto attack from behind this wall. I think I can auto attack over it, and I can't. So I go in here to ult, and then I try to auto attack the gazebo.
Ah.
And I walk around it.
You don't switch to your phase bomb at all.
I think that's more because I'm so used to at level 20 having the repeater and hitting the tanks with the level 16 talent that I'm just used to late game not switching as much.
You have to still, like, you got to keep in mind it's not worth just getting the consistent damage when you can get that splash damage. It's like 800 onto multiple targets. Three,
Okay.
like if you splashed it right here, that's huge damage onto 2 targets. And then 1, 2, 3, switch again, splash, kill. 1, 2, 3. You could be autoing here at the same time. You wait for it. 1, 2, 3, splash. 1, 2, hit him. 3, splash.
And then there, I walked back in to try to switch their focus off of the Lunara so he didn't die.
Okay, wait, well, there's a comment in chat that's actually really good. You got to know when to make engages, and you only know that by dueling or getting beat down. It's true. Honestly, dying in HOTS, especially when I'm on new heroes or like in new scenarios, is useful because then I know what not to do. And you got to learn enough of what not to do, and then all of a sudden everything that you should be doing is everything that everything that's opposite of what you shouldn't be doing. I know it's kind of a weird way to explain it, but it's true. Like, you get into a lot of situations where you're like, I know I can't do this sort of thing in the future.
Okay. And I think a lot of that'll come as I play more because, like, I believe you said in one of your videos you used to play League a lot, so I'm sure that you understand the fear of, like, someone just coming out of nowhere and one-shotting you for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of still in that mentality of, you know, stay away from everything. Everything can kill you very quickly.
Yeah.
And I think probably in a week, maybe 2, I'll be out of that.
Okay.
But I'm still just kind of scared of, you know, being that level 8 versus a fully fed level 14 on League.
Yes. Yeah, no, dude, I know very, very well. But yeah, this game isn't like that. Also, I'm assuming you accidentally use your E here because that's a wild one.
That's the one I was talking about. I
And
meant to.
you just got to remember to use your Q too before you're using your ult. Even though you accidentally used the ability there, you should still be using your Q first. The increase of damage is just, it's way too much.
Okay.
There's so many just Protoss noises going on right now. Beams and portals and bombs and... Aw. This guy's just telling you how much he likes his Artanis level 20 and you're not even acknowledging him. Okay, well, you guys could have just walked top and ended, but... Was the end of the game? Are you really doing this right now?
Yeah, I think we do. I think we get Punisher and we just push down mid and win it.
Yep, that's the other option. So your biggest problem is knowing your limits on your hero and dueling. That's actually it. I wonder if I could throw some replays at you. Just, do you watch much like max level Fenix or like high level Fenix players?
I don't know who any of the high level players are. I just kind of, I think I watched all of your community coaching Fenix
Yeah.
YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But I don't really know like who's the go-to person for Fenix or anything like that.
I know Ryokai plays a lot of Fenix and he's part of our community. He's in the Discord